everyone, welcome back to my skill shop project series. In today's video, I show you how to program the homepage of our system. We will cover session management, checking if the user is logged in and displaying the latest products dynamically from the database. By the end of this video, you will understand how the homepage works in a real web application. Okay, let's begin. This is our newly updated homepage of Skillshop website. In here, I save all products, then active users and users who rate in a database. Okay, let's go to see my newly created databases. Okay, this is my product table. I added some products here, and this is my user profile table, and I add some image URL to this table, and this is my feedback table, and also this is my order table. Okay, now let's discuss this whole process in my backend code structure. At first, I like to discuss why we use session management on homepage. Every time a user visits the homepage, the system must know if they are logged in or not. This allows us to show personalized content like the user's name, profile picture, or dashboard links. To do this, we use PHP sessions and optionally remember me cookies. Without session management, the homepage cannot tell who the user is and we cannot personalize their experience. So, session keeps user logged in and allows personalized greetings and navigation, and also interacts with Remember Me authentication. And for security, only show sensitive links if user is authenticated. So let's dive in my code structure. Okay, first I use this to begin the session. This function either resumes an existing session or creates a new one. When this runs, PHP generates a unique session ID called PHP sysID and stores it in the browser as a cookie. After starting the session, I check whether the user is already logged in the check-in and logged in session variable. If the variable is not get or not true, it means there is no active login session. In that case, I include auth check.php, which attempts to restore the authentication using the meme tokens. If the PHP session was destroyed or PHP sysID was deleted the system, it creates a new session. So we talk it. So we will talk it deeply in our task 9 in next video. Okay, then finally I assign values to local variables. These variables are used to dynamically update the user interface, such as display the user's name, role, and login status in the navigation bar. Okay, now let's talk about our home.php. In this section, I retrieve featured products from the database to display in the carousel. Then I select important product details such as ID, title, description, price, and image. I also join the user table to get the user's first name. Then I used left join with the feedback table to calculate two important values: the total review count using count function and the average rating using average function. I use this function to make sure that if there are no ratings, then it returns 0 instead of none. I group the results by product ID to correctly calculate the reviews for each product, and I limit the result to 6 products to keep the home page clean. Then finally, I fetch all results using a while loop and store them in the $sign product array, which is later used to display product cards dynamically. In this section, I retrieve featured testimonials from the feedback table. Then I use a join query to combine data from the tables, feedback user and user profile. The feedback table gives me the ratings and messages, and the user table provides the first name and last name, and the user profile gives the avatar image. Then I only select testimonials where is featured equals 1, and which means only highlighted reviews will appear. I also limit the results to 3 to keep the home page clean and professional. After executing the query, I fetch all results using while loop and store in the $assign testimonials array. Later, this array is used to display the testimonial cards dynamically on the home page. Okay. Now, in this section, I'm getting platform statistics to display on the home page. These statistics make the website look more professional and trustworthy. In here, I'm using a square count function to count how many registered users are in the system. Then I use count distinct function to make sure each user is counted by once. Then I store that value as total users. Then after executing the query, I fetch the result using fetch assort. If the query is successful, I assign the total user count to $assign total users. Otherwise, I set it to 0 to avoid errors. Then in here, I count total number of products or skills available in the platform. This helps users see how many skills are listed. In this query, I calculate the average rating from the feedback table using average function. Since ratings are out of 5, I convert it into a percentage and I divide by 5 multiplied by 100 and round it to make it clean. This helps me show rating progress bar or percentage on the home page. Okay, let me show how it works exactly. So, in the feedback table, as you can see, there are ratings with 4 stars. Then I change this to 5 and see what happens in our site. Okay, I change this to 5 and this to 5. Let's go to our site. This is our site and see now the satisfaction rate is 93%. Let's refresh and we see. Okay, now it changes and you can see it 100% satisfaction rate. We control it by this table in our Skillshop DB database. Okay, let's move back to our code. Here I get two values at once, the total number of orders and total revenue earned by the platform. I use count function for orders and sum function to calculate total revenue. And since revenue can be a large number, I divide it by 1 million to display it in millions. Then I convert it into an integer to keep it simple and clean. These platform statistics increase user trust and make the homepage more dynamic because the numbers automatically update based on the databases. Now I explain. Featured product carousel section. Okay, this is our carousel container and this is our carousel item section. Okay, this section dynamically loads products from the database and displays them inside the sliding carousel. In here, I check there are products available in the database. If products exist, it will display them. If not, it will show a fallback message. Then, here, I use a for each loop to go through each product and create a product part dynamically. And also, here I display the product image dynamically from the database. So you already see that. And also in here, displays the product title and description. And this shows the price. This part displays the average rating rounded each 1 decimal point and also shows the total review count. If there are no products, available, the system shows professional message instead of break-in layout. This improves user experience. And so this is carousel. This carousel is fully dynamic. When a new product is added to the database, it will automatically appear here. Now I will explain testimonial section. So this is the one. This section displays user feedback dynamically from the database. So you already see it. And here I check whether testimonials are available. If available, they will be displayed using a loop. And also, I use for each loop goes through each testimonial and generates a review card. This from using this, I display the user's profile picture. And this shows user's full name. This shows user's full name. And here I use a loop to generate star icons dynamically based on the user's rating. If the rating is 4, it will print 4 stars. And this one displays the testimonial message queue given by the user. And if no testimonials exist, the system shows a friendly message encouraging users to leave a review. So both carousel and testimonial sections are fully dynamic and database driven. This makes the homepage interactive, professional, and automatically updated. So in the task 8, we successfully programmed the homepage. Check if the user is logged in using session management. Brand remember me. Check if necessary. Query the latest 6 products with reviews and ratings. Displayed all information dynamically on the home page. So this sets the foundation for a fully dynamic e-commerce experience in Skillshop. So that's it for our task 8, and next we will continue with our task 9, which is the user sign-up process. Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you in my next video.